Okay. Welcome to the third session of the knowledge sharing. I guess everybody here knows who I am, knows what my name is. So just refer to me as again. The last few knowledge sharing has been, Dr. Fu shared a bit about deep learning, and Fazrin is not here today, shared a bit about clustering and classification. Today's session is more to do with a demo sort of thing, not a review of a journal paper or anything like that. It's a demo of some tools, right? Why are we talking about consuming third-party services? Predominantly, actually, we're going to talk about Microsoft Community Services. Now, what it is that currently machine learning is a very big thing. I think we all know that. It's has matured considerably and is now already commercially available as a tool or as an API for what we call on-demand machine learning. Right? It can be used to complement our research. I put in gray and our development work. Some of us do projects, we also have the development work. How does it complement? I'll talk about it a little bit later. And what I'm going to talk about later today now is actually on Microsoft Cognitive Services. Signing up on a Microsoft account, a sample of image analysis on what you can do online already. Text analytics with Python and web language model are what I'm just going through what is common in the data science world of the programming languages. One example is in Python, one example is in R. Yeah? Now, what is on-demand machine learning? As far back as 2012, Google Prediction API was really available. Right? You can actually use this API, but it's not very commercially marketed. It's very much used in academia as well as people who are doing research in research institutions. Right? Early last year, in January, Microsoft Cortana Intelligence Suite was launched. This is basically to target for commercial companies or corporates, where they actually use machine learning to. The models are already pre-built by Microsoft. They just send in the data set, and the Microsoft will reply or return the API. Immediately after that, about 3-4 months later on, Amazon then launched their machine learning. Well, it's basically to get space on the cloud, basically. All these are basically available on their cloud services. So this is getting very commercial now. Okay? So machine learning is no longer a toy that we do research, but it's also used commercially. But of course, not everything can be done then, right? So what is it? Why is it useful for corporates? What we do here, we actually go and try to alter the complex AI algorithm, we implement the AI algorithm, but companies are not bothered with that, right? They just want to be able to use it. Yeah? So there's no need to know any complex AI algorithms. You just need to know, okay, I want to do this, and just send it to the API, API just reply. After you send in the data set, that's it. Right? How accurate is it? Really, in reality, they don't really know. Right? It's not something that in research we actually measure. How accurate is it, how many percent, and so on and so forth. Right? Some programming is needed because you need to call the web service. And obviously, no installation of software, calls are generally via the RESTful interface for most of these APIs. So, how does it complement our R&D? Traditionally, when we do our research, we always start with the term collect data. Right? We always collect data, and then you do your research. But actually, there's a very big part, right, which is what we call the prepare data. Right? We collect the data. Data is normally not useful in its own form. We kind of spend a lot of time, and unfortunately, this time here is never seen in your journal papers. It's never seen in your work completion. Nobody actually knows about it. Right? Nobody really cares how you do that. They just need to know how you collected data, where you collected data, how truthful your data is, and how you do your research. Right? But actually, you spend some, depends on you. Some people just spend like 80% of the time just preparing data. Right? So these tools here are actually mainly just to help you to do that. Right? You prepare data, you can do things like filtering for language. Now, if you're getting feature data, you already have the language. It's already tagged there. But if you're getting data from blogs, you're getting data from news, or getting data from any other sources, they actually do not tag into any language. So, for example, you get this data from this web area, and you have millions of files, but you only want those in English because your system will only work with English, right? So normally you're not going to send a whole data set in. you probably need to filter it for language, for example. You may want to select specific images. So you say you have a data set that what we do, we have a data set of car parks, tons of them. But we only want car park that's outdoor. That's all. You can send it to an API and say, just select for me car park that's outdoor. That's all. So you don't have to manually do it. At the moment, you can actually engage people to just manually do it for you. But if you want something really quick, you can just send it to API and just filter the images for specific ones. Other than that, you may want name, entity, or keyword extraction. If you're doing Twitter or you're doing some text processing, you may want to basically determine what are the entities inside that particular message. But But that's not part of your research. Your research may be later on. Maybe you want to do some sort of linkage. So these things here are not part of your research, but you need it in order for you to do your research. Yeah. Occasionally, you're working on development projects for some funded projects or whatever not. Your research part is not on this, but you just need to use this part in order to process the data. So this is where these third-party services come in. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about Microsoft Cognitive Services. If you are not familiar, I think most of you may not be familiar with this because we are rather anti-Microsoft in research normally. But Microsoft Cognitive Services actually provide many different types of API. API for computer vision, API for emotion, you see facial expressions, face recognition. We got API for maps, Google, Bing maps, somewhere Bing maps, I don't know where it is, maybe not yet. But you have Bing speech, you have speaker recognition. For language part, you have of course spell check, which normally will not be using it. Text analytics, web language model. Entity linkage is basically whenever you give it a sentence or a paragraph, you will actually try to link the entities in there and how it's linked together. Right? I'm putting those up in red boxes because this is what I'm going to demo, basically. Yeah. Recommendation system, then of course the searches. So they provide all this API for you. Now it's technically free to a certain amount, to a certain limits. Right? It's normally free for most of them, like text analytics API. It's free for 5,000 transactions per month. This per month, right? But if you want more, then you have to pay for it. Yes? But for us, we don't think we will consume more than that amount. Anyway, so it's free for us to do research anyway. If you are in corporates, for example, you're doing sentiment analysis for all your comments, right? Comments on your, for example, TripAdvisor comments on certain hotels, right? Obviously, if they're going to do it automatically, then there will be kind of a lot of transactions per month. Yeah, so they will probably have to pay for it.
I think I think this one can be used for comparison as ground truth. Something like that.
That's what I want to say at the end, but that is on your own risk. Because you use this for ground truth, then you're competing against something that's kind of commercially ready, and hence you'll be quite.
Yeah, or at least the baseline result.
I wouldn't say you'll be targeting yourself by a high jump, a high bar. Okay, you're comparing something like this. But having said that, you can, because these are all working only on Microsoft only works on basically 4 languages: English, Spanish. I can't remember the other two, German and something else. So if you're doing Malaysian, theirs will not work very well. So you can always use it as baseline. Yeah, you're doing better than Microsoft, right? But what you need to have a Microsoft account. It can be Hotmail, it can be Live, it can be Outlook, and so on and so forth. You can sign in and you can just subscribe to it. It should be sufficient for our research work. Most of them are 5,000 transactions per month, okay? Except some of them are 100,000 transactions. Depends on the use of it. Now, I'm going to go straight into some demos. Hopefully, everybody can get an idea where I'm coming from in terms of using third-party services. The most basic one we can use there is actually something called the image analysis. You do not need to write any code. You can just go and try it out if you want to. Read this a little bit and see where is it. The API is what I talked about earlier. Right? If I go to computer vision, you can see here, it says this is no coding, just use it there. For example, this image there, if you plug in this image, it will tell you that it's a swimming pool, a man, then gives you the confidence level. Okay? But you can actually just plug in, for example, a difficult image. What I've picked here is actually something that's quite tough. You go down there, you can just click that and just send in image URL. Okay. This is the indoor swimming pool at Putrajaya. It's very confused. So it says a pool of water, but it says a bench in a pool of water. I don't know where the bench is, right? But some benches here probably will come here. I'm not sure where it is, right? And confidence level is just 125, right? You can use this because it will tell you, for example, if I choose another, Putrajaya has many swimming pools. You could choose another one which is outdoor. Choose another one that's outdoor. You guys know where this is, right? Pullman Putrajaya.
It's a trick question.
Pullman Putrajaya. A large pool of water, doesn't say swimming pool. Confidence quite okay. Outdoor as a resort. Yeah? So it's actually quite good already in a sense how it's image recognition. So you can actually play around with this and have a look. And this is actually the APIs. Now this is just a sample that you can get on their website. You can actually code it in if you want to call it API, for example, the API reference. And then you can actually call it from your program.
Excellent.
Then you can even do OCR here actually. So some things you may want to just extract. You don't really want to write the whole code yourself. Just send it in, that's it. Yeah? So you can actually look at it's a post method, and it gives you the URL, the call, and all the details to put in. So you can actually just follow this. It gives you sample code as well at the bottom. And this is the sending. So you use some sample code normally in C#, Java, JavaScript, Objective-C, PHP. This one doesn't have Python code.
Second loop.
What's that second loop? Normally they have all these, typically all of them here. The only thing doesn't have for us is R. Yeah. But I'm sure it's just not a difficult item. You just do it in R. That's just a API box. Just the image analysis part, a quick short demo. This is a menu swimming pool, right? So it will tell you it's a lot of sky. You can see the outdoor confidence level is actually 0.99, sky 0.99, but actually I don't see any sky there. Not very much, but it says 0.99. It's a water sport, it's a sport, it's outdoor, and so on and so forth. Yeah? So you can actually do the image analysis. So you can actually use this if you want to have a quick collection of images. And you just want to filter it for your work. Right? You just want to say anything that says outdoor. Right? And you just take it out. Don't write your own code for it. So where do you start? Now that one there you can do it without any login or anything like that. But just one off. If you want to do programming team, you need to send in a key. Right? To get a key, you need to sign on your Microsoft account. You search for Microsoft Community Services. You can sign in there, and then you can subscribe. Right? Once you have signed in there, you have a list of product names. These are the ones that I have. These are a list of product names that Bing also suggests. Bing search, Bing style check. There's a little checkbox there. You can actually check which one you want and subscribe to it. When you subscribe to it, every single service that you get, that you want to subscribe to, you will get a key. Actually, you get 2 keys. But you can use either one. The key is basically for you to send in your API reader, your REST API, so that they can identify the user and they can charge viewer, right? But if you are using 5,000, it's okay. The good thing about this I like is that they don't ask you for your credit card. Okay? The AWS one and the Google, they actually ask you for your credit card.
Even it's free period.
This is a free tier. Even the AWS and the free tier, you actually have to give your credit card. And when you cross the free tier, you get charged. The Microsoft version is that
you cross it, then you need to pay for it.
You cross it, you will not do anymore. So if you want it, you subscribe to pay for it. But if not, you don't have to pay your credit card. So the good thing is that now we feel a bit, I don't know, feel a bit safer. Because I do have Amazon Web Services and I have been charged 4 USD, 2 USD for small little things that I was not aware of. But luckily it's just 4 USD or 2 USD, so it's still okay. Yeah. So you can actually go in there, you can subscribe, get a key, so you can actually use the API. Now once you get a key, for example, I have a web language model and I have an key. You get 2 keys actually. Now this key is just a long string, right? And you can actually use it in your headers. You get 2 of them, and of course you can regenerate if you feel that somebody is using your key. Yeah? So you just regenerate a new one. Security is not great, but it's sufficient. Yeah. So you get do a few keys there. Okay. This is if you want to try it on without programming it first. Because sometimes when you program it, you're not sure what's the error. So you actually go to the website again, and you can actually try it. For example, if I have a key already just now.
You go back.
Outlook.
Forgot which one maybe. I got my key here. Copy this key. I've got that LM. So I wanted to demo this. Copy this. Then I can go to APIs and go to analytics. And I can try different things, for example, sentiment, key extraction, detection, and so on and so forth. Language detection. So I can do this language detection one. For example, for a quick reference. Detect language, so let's try it. So you put in your key here, right? There's my key in there. Right. Like me. Let's put that in my account. Okay, try this and language. This one here is quite interesting to try because if you have all the Malaysian kind of text and things like that, and you want to process it, but you're not sure whether it's Malay or English, and maybe you just want the machine to tell you whether it's English or not before you pass it on to your text analytics. Right? You can put it in there, then you can actually add in the number of language. Sorry. This thing here, actually. This just give a number, any number. Okay. Anyway, you can get guess what language this is.
Return is English.
Sure, okay. You send it, see. It says, where is it?
English.
Let's see, let's see. Yeah, English. But you can try with certain words. I noticed that you use the word Changi, it becomes Indonesian. Yeah. So certain words it's good, useful for you to filter out whatever you want, right? So you can use this to filter your language filtering if you want just English or you want any other language. But they only support, currently they only support 4 languages. Unfortunately, none of the languages are in this area other than English.
But mixed language like this will still be returned as the majority language.
Not necessarily majority, because that's why I noticed that if you try certain text, for example, I have one which is majority English, but there are 3 words that is in Malay. But because of the strength of the word Changi, it returns it as a Bahasa Indonesia.
How is compared to global? I'll say
No idea.
they have much more
This one has, it can return you much more languages actually, Bahasa Indonesia and all the Chinese things. But it's just that you cannot, it's the reverse way cannot be done. What do you mean by that? It's, you can't send in a language or rather ask it to translate for you. You can just detect for you, that's all. But having said that, I'm not sure about how much more you can do with this. Just demonstrating what the tools you can use for it. So that's what the key is for. You can use a key for that, right? Now, next little demo is how you write it in Python code. Now, don't worry, it's all on the GitHub somewhere, so you can actually go in there and have a look at it if you want. I have it on my GitHub account. Go and get it. Basically, this one here I have working on Soya Chinchao blog post for February. This one here is an entity using Microsoft Connected Services in Python. This converts my own code just to convert this to JSON format. This is a topic for Microsoft Connected Services, how it actually generates the topics. Right? So you can actually go in there and have a look at it. GitHub account is just GitHub IK.tan. I can just go there and get a repository if you want to have a look at it. Everything of mine is IK.tan. Because that one, somehow or other, is a unique ID that nobody wants.
Yeah,
that's the one. Yeah, that's the one. You can run this. Example, this entity, for example here, you see Sabijaya has 3 Starbucks outlet, right? If you run this, it will tell me that Sabijaya is an entity. Now, note that this is not an entity recognition system, but just because there's only one entity there, right? If you do something like the previous line, this one here, if I try to see this Jalan Cheras thing, okay, you'll try to link the 2 entities there, right? You'll find 2 entities, and then it will actually, if you notice properly, you'll find Cheras, you'll find Taman Konat, right? But it actually uses Wikipedia, right, to actually link the 2 together. So this is actually for entity linkage. Right? So it's reasonably intelligent enough to actually go and find the entities first of all in the text and then try to link the 2. But the way it links the 2, I suspect, I don't know, is using Wikipedia. Okay? So this is a demo, short demo on what it can do for you. Right? The Python code is not that difficult, it's very short. It's basically just called the post command, right? Make sure you set in the subscription key, right? And then you return your JSON, and you just have to reprocess your JSON. so it comes out nicely. If you don't process it, it comes out as one whole serialized JSON. So we do that. Now, some of you, this is the last part of the demo. Some of you may be familiar, and this thing was motivated by me doing the Coursera course, right? The last part of the Coursera course was a mixed word prediction, right? And while doing this, we always wondered that the evaluation of this course was on the front end. Nobody really evaluate how we did on the back end. So using the same screenshots, right? No changes, other than words here. So the person will evaluate at the front end, and the person will evaluate for accuracy. So why don't I just use this and call the Microsoft API, okay? And then it's bound to be a bit more accurate than my own back-off algorithm and so on and so forth. However, I encourage you to do this like this and say that you can do this and nobody will know, nobody will be none the wiser. Okay? This is on Shining. This is on Shining.
You have it up and running.
Yes, it's up and running. I actually have done this in session 4 also last week.
So those jokers are going to use
No, I told you not to do it, but if you hit the radio button, my algorithm, Microsoft Cognitive Services algorithm method.
The ability to not listen to you is
So there's only one guy. So you can actually have a look at it. I can actually play around with it. So what I have here is actually I have the UI and the server as normal in R code. And the only thing here is that the UI is the same, no difference. You can just play around with that. The server code is a lot shorter. Instead of having to call the ngram or your back-off algorithm or whatnot, we just basically call the URL, send in the body of what you have captured on your input text, get a return, process a JSON, and then just display it. Okay.
nice.
So actually it can be done that way. So the next word from this, and you just run the app, which is actually Shiny app. It's a bit slower, obviously, for a simple reason that it's actually going through the Microsoft Cognitive Services to get back the response. Right? But you probably can see that it's probably going to be a bit more accurate than our but I think that's bad argument. Yeah. This is quite slow actually. This is not real. Yeah. It's slower, but obvious reasons actually do that. But if you're actually submitting this for your capstone project for your Coursera, you probably get a better accuracy remark. But then obviously that's not the idea. The idea is for you to implement your own. It's also running on Shiny. You can actually publish it. I actually have it on Shiny. It's actually running on a Shiny app, and it's quite reasonable.
We want to restyle your instruction.
Yeah,
Spelling fancy.
doesn't matter. Now, the interesting part about this is that Microsoft Cognitive Services, Microsoft has bought Revolution, let's call now Microsoft
Revolution.
and Microsoft Advanced Analytics. Yeah, it's all in R, but they do not provide the source code in R. However, Dr. Pu has mentioned that last week Microsoft has launched their wrapper, and you can actually get the library from Microsoft brand, MRAN, right, to actually do this in your R anyway. But this code in R is not easily found, and we actually cannot find. You just have to hack it yourself. So if you want to, again, you can go to back to my GitHub, and you can actually see that. It's actually at the GitHub. Which is this. basically in the same place you can actually find the code for the R code, right? It's quite short. So that's all I have today. The code is here, but I can go to GitHub and upload it. Now, as a conclusion, you can make use of these tools to assist your research work, right? Or you can use this as a reference for comparison if you're working in the same area. So these are rather English-centric, and hence there are limitations and averaging to our context usually. So if you use this as a base, probably good enough to write a paper. Maybe not a good journal, but at least something. You use it as a base. The other thing, we use it just to complement your research. Most of the time, we actually have to do a whole range of things for text analytics. But then you can actually use all these things here and just focus on your own research area. Right? You don't have to develop the whole view again. Right? So a lot of these are free. You can actually go and have a look at it. Sample codes in Python, sample codes in R is actually available on my GitHub. Just how you actually send the key, that's all. That's all I have for today. I was making it a bit longer because I thought some people might be trying it out, but since most of you didn't bring out the notebook, so I guess that's perfectly fine. I guess. Yeah. Okay.